Moonlight, guide me. To all our triumphs in the past are still to come, Lord Ares. But this ambrosia is not merely for that. I know you also learn from painful losses and defeats. In this especially, I find we are alike.
I share the sentiment, my hellborn kin. Our family tends to focus overmuch on victories. We do not look unflinchingly at failures and defeats, where deeper insight may be found. In this and more, you have been a welcome exception. I understand that the three fates are held against their will. I would be more concerned for them, except perhaps this means that war itself shall finally be the sole determiner of its results.
Chaos typically avoids involvement in matters concerning the underworld or the surface realms, so this was an exception. At some point, we grew closer as a family, perhaps because we learned from yours.
My family always seems to be on the verge of falling apart. This ordeal may have strengthened our bonds, but sometimes I fear they shall not hold forever.
Weakened bonds may be reforged. That is the reason I am here with Chaos. To start with the eldest of my kin, and work my way down. A lengthy process, but a necessary one.
To a successful outcome.
I felt an emptiness that was unusual to me after the goddess Nyx was temporarily taken away. Now that she has returned, that emptiness is mostly gone, especially whilst she is here.
Where I am from, we lacked for plenty, but we never truly lacked. And I know that's in small part because of you, Grandmother. My headmistress thinks so highly of you, and I could see why from the moment we met like this.
Perhaps I ought have far more gratitude myself. I think so often of my pain and lack. How could I not? Yet I have you, this mountain home, and more. Would only that the burden of it all ever lightened. I knew warlike Ares would be unable to resist giving our present conflict his personal attention. Although I doubt he shall help put it to an end, for he is thoroughly enjoying this.
This one's for you, Uncle. May you shake all our foes from the land and your seas swallow them, that they rue the day they rose against us.
All the many sacrifices I've been receiving as of late, and there have been a lot. Yours have been the very best of all, my niece. That you set aside such ample time to fish has not been lost on me, my niece. And you caught more types of water denizens than I can easily count. You already have my finest blessings. You now also have my deep respect.
To the swiftest of the gods, and one of my dearest, oldest comrades. Lord Hermes, you've served both Olympus and the underworld, and you've seen it all. The rest of our family can learn so much from you. I know I could.
I run around a lot and all. Been to a lot of places, met a lot of different characters, but you know what? You're still the best. I really mean it, Em. You're not the fastest mind, can't have it all, but you and me, we cut it pretty close. Nice snakes now you've got there, Em. Must be, they're all the rage. These snakes of mine are from Apollo. Helps remind me of the family, you know? Stuck together, skin not so thick, pitch hissy fit sometimes. Love them anyway.
In excess of those golden coins that Kronos strewed across the land. To tempt the greediest of mortals, I suppose. Or the poorest. Not for me to judge.
Compose yourself. Olympus has emboldened you and made you strong. Yet 'tis a fleeting strength. One false step and I could wipe it all away.
I'll take a fleeting strength over no strength at all. We take every advantage that avails itself.
Just so. Then come and show me how you would make use of such advantages.
Your uncle's proud of you.
If you truly wish to war with you'll find I'm more than happy to oblige. You've satisfied my need for retribution, or at least my thirst for blood. For now.
A tribute for dear Lady Hestia. Your bright flames are a guiding light and bane to all our enemies, though your keen wisdom and fiery spirit spur me on at least as much.
No use buttering me up, you know. What, you think I'm going to withhold the best I've got unless you pay me some nice compliment? I can be petty, sure, but not that petty.
We're quite the team, aren't we? And that's without Sisters Hecate and Selene backing us up. Shame that we all have to spread out most of the time.
We do have several realms to watch. But yes, I have to say it's been a pleasure working with you recently. Singing with you, having your friendship.
Now don't get sentimental on me, sister. This is business. And though the world we live in may be looking a bit bleak, at least business is good.
Our good asylum here tends to give counsel more than any of our kin, perhaps believing volume of advice is tied to quality. What ought to be our current course, Uncle?
Our current course ought to be straight toward our foes, where we can smash them like a tempest does a ship. But I feel all fired up and fit for battle. Come to think of it, I always get this way when my good nephew Ares is around.
Please welcome this lady! Well, if it isn't the little name dropper. Off to see your good friend Mr. Kronos again, huh? He loves our act. You'll drown before you take his sponsorship away from us.
Oh, I'm not after any sponsorships from him. And we're not friends. We merely have some business to resolve, which you continue to impede night after night.
Business? With him? Then you must be somebody's kid. No way you'd have connections like that on your own. You know, some of us had to earn our spotlight, lady.
I draw you down, O Moon. Lend me your light.
You bear the mark of chaos, little star. The most ancient being in existence lost a child to our common foe. Thus, the great creator becomes the great destroyer through you.
The many tiny demons causing hellish Cerberus to itch and scratch so much no longer bother him for now.
Spare not a single wretch that dares to stand against you, daughter. Is that you?
Malinui. Our daughter, part of the unseen. Officially, Hades and I aren't even supposed to know of you. Where you reside. Nothing.
The protection of the underworld is a responsibility we all share. But in retrospect, Nyx, in her wisdom, took certain additional precautions, yes.
I don't know how well kept of a secret the Unseen are at this point. We had to emerge from the shadows once or twice in all this.
Nyx herself would be the first to say it's useful for the underworld to instill in others a certain kind of fear. But I feel so fortunate we know you not just from whispered tales of vengeance, but for who you are, Malinui.
Refreshing.
Come all this way again. You are quite dangerous, I must admit. You have repeatedly breached into Tartarus and this house. Impossibilities, if not for your tainted bloodline. And you are able to withstand my conjuring. Might I again politely ask you how?
You call that politely? You didn't even say the magic word. But since you really want to know, I'm from the future. You'll later come to realize the error of your ways and teach me to stop you before you can cause more harm.
Oh, quite an imaginative tale. A comedy for the utterly outrageous premise beggars belief. My girl, one cannot travel back in time. Time marches ever forward, and I alone determine at which rate. I feel oddly obligated to comply. Why, I struck not even once. A time flow freely forward.
what you did to this house.
So numerous are the travails of dread Millennium that one can scarce begin to fathom them. But on some evening, fathom them we shall.
Return to Shadow now? What just happened?
It's my job, Moros. Simple as that. No one else wants to do it. No one else can do it.
But the retribution you see fit to dole out, how can you be so certain that decisions about such consequences are yours alone? The Fates have quite a bit of say in it as well.
What, you think I'm just another mindless puppet our sisters are pushing around? Come on. Their prophecies are vague because they don't really know what's coming.
Even if that were true, the burden of choosing who deserves what, I wouldn't want to bear it on my own. Otherwise, my judgment would have to be perfect at all times. Yet we are fallible beings.
Speak for yourself.
I was.
The sisters, wait! What are you even doing in this dump still anyway? If your mom and pop are back in charge, you ought to be living in style with them down in Tartarus. Are they that bad?
No, I may have been born in Tartarus, but my home is here, as well as my responsibilities. And the Crossroads are not a dump, or at least wouldn't be if you could mind your rubbish.
Whatever, though at least that's one good thing that came out of all this. I really thought I was gonna lose you, babe.
Very touching.
I'm serious.
All part of the task. Cultivating all those many different types of greenery. We are in the realm of the dead, lest you forget, Malinois. Yet here you tend your garden.
No better place to grow reagents above or below. But more than that, it's something small I can look forward to whenever I return. Helps keep me centered.
There's no need to explain. The earth obliges you. 'Tis wise to take advantage of good fortune such as that.
I merely borrow. There we have it.
Did it again. Sounds like your father's house is back in some semblance of order. Always wanted to visit if ever I could, if only to greet an old comrade or two from the war.
I'd also like to visit again, but there's no telling when, if ever, we would have that chance, so long as we're unseen. Officially, they're not even supposed to know we're here.
I know, but it doesn't make the desire go away. At any rate, as long as the servants of the king and queen are well, perhaps our paths shall later cross, who knows?
The Fates?
Or Prometheus, aye.
While I do not wish to insinuate you're some kind of slacker, nonetheless, I can't help but observe it's been more than a few nights since last you vanquished me, young one.
I thought my training here was more or less complete, Commander. All the nocturnal arms are at my disposal, and I know them well. Am I to keep reducing you to dust?
Well, the choice is ultimately yours, of course, but lest you forget, there's always more for you to learn, and only one way to learn it.
By hitting you repeatedly.
And often. Now, come on!
There's more to this aspect.
Yeah, juice that baby up.
Grant me the aspect of Anubis.
Been hearing lots of good things about him.
Lights your way through. You know, I've tried brewing nectar myself. Got most of the key ingredients, except my batches never tasted right. Not like the stuff you get your hands on.
Nectar's always best when it's a gift. Ever had somebody else give yours a try? Perhaps it's better than you think.
Well, no, because for that I'd need a friend. Though I could always trick somebody into drinking it.
Eris! Little one, I have something for you. Works every time. Here you go, Rocky. You're getting stronger. Ah. Onward, Rocky. Farewell, Commander. For the Silver Sisters.
But now that sword hilt which I offered you has seen such bloodshed in your care that I should think its former owner would be pleased. At least I am most certainly look to contribute and observe.
You recently entered your father's residence within the underworld's depths, but did not remain there. Did you at least discover what you sought? Do not respond. I am considering all the potential truths.
Always smooth having an animal companion along. I've got a soft spot for the quiet, self-sufficient types. My little tortoise Kellen always feels at home wherever we go.
A gift of ambrosia for you, Grandmother. Perhaps this can liven things up, for there ought to be much cause for celebration in the coming times. But mostly I just wanted you to have it, for all the hope you gave me.
You say I gave you hope? I was intent on fighting the Titan no matter what. But having met you, I started to consider the possibility that we might prevail. Then I could see my daughter's gentle face and her daughter's. I can think of no worthier cause. Your brother Zagreus, why I suppose he's no longer my little sprout by now. Grown as he has into a noble underworld prince. That you two finally know each other gladdens my old heart.
Headmistress.
My point, Arachne, is I've no intention to deflect blame for what I've done. And although I cannot rescind my actions, know that your safety in these woods is guaranteed.
I do appreciate your candor in this, Titaness. However, if my safety now is your concern, you can begin by showing yourself out. With all due respect.
Very well. I shan't intrude upon your home again. Good evening.
Another customer already. You just missed the great big witch. Not often that I'm honored with her presence. Next you see her out there, give her a good one for me, would you?
Benevolent Lord Uncle Zeus, I have for you another offering, as meager as it is. May you soon have occasion to enjoy it peaceably.
I'm often showered in such offerings, you know. However, coming from one such as you, it means a lot more to me than the rest. My other children stand to learn from you. Xerxes has captured the three fates. Preposterous. A useless provocation. They answer to no god or titan. All it means is that what comes to pass shall not be their decision anymore. We ought to see it as an opportunity.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
Behold the aspect of Cassinthe that I once wielded, little star. Perhaps shall wield again some other age. Back then, my light was widely feared, until a subtler approach worked best for me. But you need not hold back.
I appreciate your candor with Arachne, Headmistress. You must have known full well that she would not forgive you.
Far easier to beg forgiveness than to dole it out. As you grow longer in years, you too shall have relationships that cannot be repaired.
Here's the gold.
The burden always takes its toll. That's just the way it is. Though the benefits are more than worth the asking price. You got my guarantee.
Hey, thought I'd get you some of the good stuff. I suppose there's a real possibility it's become somewhat easier to come by here than where you call home.
Hey, ambrosia. Callisto always used to love this stuff. Maybe I'll call on her again once things cool off a bit.
Your assignment must have taken you away from her. I'm sorry, I didn't even consider that till just now. She isn't angry with you, is she?
Well, when she turns into a bear, it usually means she is, and she'd been doing that a lot. So it's good we're on a little break. It means I'm much less likely to get mauled. It's strange. I work so closely with Sister Selene, but I've never been any good with her hexes. Not like you.
And I am woefully incompetent with bow and arrow, not like you. It's probably Nemesis ensuring none of us have it all.
Well, you're about to get a little closer to that enviable point. Here, a little extra moon magic for all you've done and still intend to do, in case you need it.
Excuse me? We didn't get even a little nibble on you last you showed your face here, lady. I've been trying to console Roxy ever since, but it's no use.
Perhaps if Roxy learned some new percussive patterns, she'd have an easier time hitting me against my will.
Sure, try and tear us down all you like, but we're just gonna build back up stronger than ever, and then we'll bite your head clean off.
The dreaded Hound of Hell assumes again a shape so sinister as scarce can be described.
Daughter, you have full permission to ransack this place.
You look a bit unwell. Now, what is that preposterous contraption which you wear? Alas, not even I am able to keep up with you young upstarts in your perplexing fashion trends.
Oh, this is the black coat. I haven't put it on for fashion's sake, although you're right in that you won't be able to keep up.
Such confidence in your abilities, or in the Fate's designs. But you must know, newfangled armaments such as that cannot compare with the classics. You know what? Have it your way. Fine. There. To have been brought this low once more by a mere god. Death to Kronos. What have you done to me?
For my father. I can use this.
Imagine now a tale which has such an epic scope that the conclusion to the whole affair is nowhere to be found. For each great challenge that the heroine surmounts, another slightly different one awaits.
Return to Shadow now. We're getting somewhere.
You did it.
Interesting.
The Fates bestow a gift.
I confess I feel a bit self-conscious that the fated list is there for you and all to see. Some of the matters it describes are rather personal.
If it's any comfort, the prophecies appear only to you. We see there only what's meant for us. Although, when you fulfill a prophecy, I can usually tell. It's like a sudden realization.
We know our paths are intertwined to an extent. Well, may your sudden realizations connected to my actions not be too embarrassing.
I'm certain that they won't.
You showed that wretch again. These Crossroads flourish thanks to this renewal project of yours. You saw an opportunity to get it off the ground even now.
This is our home. It should be cared for, clean and beautiful. I recruited Dora to assist me so that the work wouldn't have to wait forever.
Dora? I've not once heard the invocation of her name and work in the same breath. Think that you persuaded that one to be of service.
She's pleased to help.
As far as I can tell, the number of warships headed for Olympus has remained roughly the same night after night. Their mission doesn't seem to be affected in the slightest.
Their aim is to cut off the waterways and spread the limited attention of Olympus thin. Continue to disrupt them as you can, my lad. Though if the Harpies flock too thick, fall back.
You got it, sir. Those ships are ill-equipped against attackers from the sky, and the Harpies haven't caught up with me yet. All right, I'm off.
Good hunting out there.
Did it again.
Still sticking to the underworld even with the task complete. There must be lots of catching up to do on the surface.
Hecate says conditions have to be just right for whatever it is you're trying to do now. Wouldn't want to throw anything off.
Appreciate the help. It's just, I thought you missed being up there, and mortal kind must miss you too. A lot of undeservedness to be addressed.
Keenly aware, thanks. I'll get back to it after the underworld's in a better spot. Besides, I think your family's paying close attention to what's going on up there.
They probably are.
Observe how patient my disciples are, studying your every move. If ever you're inclined to give them a demonstration of your prowess, or just want to blow off some steam, do not hesitate to wail upon me.
Wail upon, sir? Dora, wow. What brings you all the way out here? The taverna's just about the last place I expected to find you.
Way to make me feel incredibly self-conscious, thanks, Mel. But yeah, I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more, I guess. Now that you've saddled me with my big important task.
Well, I think that's great. Though I know how difficult it is. I used to never be able to approach others, but I kept doing it, and it's easier now.
Easier, but never easy, right? I don't know why I bother. Most of these jades are pretty boring.
They haven't met you yet. Hey, Nem, are you available to make another visit to the springs? Take a load off, come back to our senses a bit.
Shoulder's been acting up again. Could be it helps with that. Don't like having to take this suit off, but that's the trade. Really shouldn't get too comfortable in here. First time you beat me in a fight, sparring match, whatever, got me right in the back of the neck. Took advantage of our height difference. Was a surprise.
I'd lost to you so often, at some point I figured I could lull you into overconfidence. That even you could be susceptible to such a thing.
You weren't wrong. Made me so angry. Swore I'd never underestimate my opponent again. Then proceeded to convince myself you'd never beat me at the task. Our task.
So you've a bit of pride. You're not trying to stamp it out completely, right? Just keep it in check. Besides, I'd like to think we're not at odds in what we're trying to achieve.
We're not, but I can only push myself so hard. Seeing you getting stronger, getting closer, gives me the extra push I need.
I'd no idea. I always thought I got my competitive spirit from you. Anyway, do let me know if you need anything else, such as lending a hand putting on that suit of yours.
Or taking it off. Yeah. Though, can't let myself become too used to this.
Maybe just a little used to it then.
Well, enough sitting around. Time for some standing around to balance it out.
Off we go then. This strength is mine. Wisdom of the past. There we are. So that's it. So that's it. Show me your true strength.
Hey, what just happened?
Draw greater power from the silver pool. Sister Seleni's brilliance at my command.
You're all set.
This is a proper spooky night. You had something to do with it, right, Em? My heart's racing non-stop. Whatever you've been up to in your Crossroads there, hope it works.
Dear cousin, you must have nectar in no short supply, but I know that the depth of the sentiment is what distinguishes one bottle from the next. So please accept this one. It should be good.
I'm an Olympian. I'm used to glad-handers and sycophants. Everybody wants our favor, right? And I can smile and nod better than anyone, even father. Yet with you, well, if only we had more chances to talk than trading courtesies. lost contact with you in the deepest level of the underworld. Soon after, though, our enemies flew into disarray, at least for a while. Your doing, wasn't it? Fine work.
Grandmother, you've stood by me ever since we met, and I felt our bond from the start. May this ambrosia commemorate not just our past, but our future. For I feel I still have so much to learn about you, and learn from you.
I shall accept this, but no more. Know that your mother and I always had our struggles, Flower. It was only once she lived her own life, rather than my idea of it, that our withered connection started to heal. May your and my relationship grow quickly past that point. Your fair cousin Apollo wields the light that mortals so cherish, for it brings them warmth, melting away my snow. With my permission, of course. His power shall only help you so much.
I recognize the artifacts you bear. They're brother weapons of infernal origin, drink deep blood of titans and grow strong, as these. Fate-forged servants of the underworld that thrive on pure nightmare itself.
In offering to my great cousin Lord Hephaestus, master of the Forge, such skill and artistry runs in our family, and so much of it with you. And you tolerate such intense heat without so much as a complaint.
It does get awful hot here in my forge. Suppose a nectar ought to cool me off. Not that I ought to be drinking at a job like this, but hey, no one's watching. No one needs to know. What is that you've got in your hand there? Let me see. Mayhap another aspect of some sort. Except, well, I've not seen anything like that before. I'm proper jealous now.
The Testament of Night requires my defeat specifically, is that not so? The Titan Lord can wait. The key to making the nocturnal arms more powerful stands right in front of you.
You know much more about the Oath of the Unseen than I, Headmistress. So why don't you tell me what it desires?
Oh, I just did. Perhaps when you come to be my age, you too shall find a new connection to the Oath. For now, come earn the nightmare that you seek.
Got you quite decisively last time, as I recall, sister, so I am mildly surprised you dare show your face again in such a competitive environment.
I'm accustomed to the occasional setback here and there. What about you? You've been trapped in time. That can't be good for your physical and mental acuity.
I don't know, it's like I didn't miss a beat. Though why don't you be the judge of my physical and mental acuity in just a moment here? You're strong, Melenui, but as it turns out, I am also strong.
Oof. Well, he is security specialist. Turns out my brother's handy with a spear, while I was not exactly at my best.
Hey now.
Dora, couldn't help but notice that my jar collection wasn't sorted properly. Are you trying to subtly drive me mad?
No. Although now that you put it that way, maybe in the future, yes. I was working on minor possessions and your mushroom bottle kind of slipped. So I put it back.
You put it incorrectly back. Just tell me of such things next time, would you?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Princess?
You used to know everything that was going to occur, didn't you, Lord Moros? Up until recently, from what I gathered. I can't imagine.
Well, imagine it being rather dull, always knowing what's to come. But now I'm no different than you. How do you get by like this? Many surprises are unwelcome, yet there also can be pleasant ones, true?
I'm sure it helps that I don't know it any other way. This must be very difficult for you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Looks like Eris is back.
How come you have to keep doing all this? I thought you won. But you're still fighting. We're still fighting.
I keep telling myself this is way too good to be true.
Suffice it to say, we have some lingering matters to resolve, which require continuing the process that got us here. So congratulations. Things are going to stay messy for a while.
You don't mean that. You're just trying to get my hopes up. Well, don't you worry. Whatever it is you're planning, sooner or later I'll get involved.
I've learned to count on it.
Milenoe,
It's finished.
have you been finding anything of use out there in your forays? No point returning empty-handed, though you may lack the necessary tools, I suppose.
Erebus still teems with hidden life. I'm finding all sorts of things we need out there. I'm very grateful for the purse. It never weighs me down.
A witch cannot afford to be encumbered. The blessings and such from your relatives may be fleeting, but whatever goes into that purse isn't going anywhere. Not till you use it, of course.
Something to report?
You've known Headmistress quite a while, haven't you? Where did you meet? I always wanted to ask.
Well, all I can say is that I was alone. At the end of one life and the start of another. Lost. She appeared before me then in all her splendor, and she revealed to me a path I hadn't seen.
That all sounds very figurative. Were you already dead?
I was. She told me she could grant me a new life. She needed a tactician knowledgeable of the surface. I thought, who am I to turn a goddess down? I followed her. It's been a while now.
A good while, I'm sure.
Princess, even Mother Nyx's weapons favor you. Always thought the nocturnal arms would wake for me first. Guess the Fates had other ideas.
I think the Fates had you covered. You're the bearer of Stygius, vanquisher of heroes, gods, and titans.
Seems it was due for a long break.
Your path is fraught, young one. Know that I'm always here to let you vent all your anger and frustrations upon, as well as to train with.
The greatest teacher is out there.
Right when you trotted over to me here, I wish you'd bring another nectar since I'm out. And lo and behold, it's like you're a mind reader. Or a dreamweaver.
Advanced techniques I haven't mastered yet. Besides, pure intuition still is our most powerful tool in cases such as this. I simply had a feeling you were up for another bottle.
Way to make it sound like I'm some big experiment for you. Keep poking and prodding and eventually you'll get through my defenses and see the real me. Well, this is it. And you know what? I don't want your nectar anymore.
Including the one I just gave you?
No, I'll keep that one.
I see what needs to be done.
I have an interest in evaluating this domain.
The air's thick. Flame sigil. If I'm to take another boon of yours, Great Aunt, I bid you take another offering of nectar from me. How you can carry yourself with such ease inspires me. If I could become more like you some ages hence, I would be very fortunate.
You want to be like me? Now that's a first. What I wouldn't give to turn back time and have another go at things knowing what I do now. Though come to think, we plan to turn back time, don't we? Strange contraption that you're using to make everything blow up? I got odd glances too when I still had the rail of adamant, but it could make them look away right quick.
Let's get them, Great Auntie. tune-up. If only we could have met when we weren't in the midst of a war, Lord Hephaestus. But at least I had the opportunity to meet you at all. Your dedication to your craft is an inspiration. I strive to be as skilled at mine.
Alright, cheers. I don't know you all too well and don't like drawing up conclusions till I'm very sure of something, but you seem a decent enough sort. Much more than can be said for certain members of the family, ain't it? I'll be the first to say one shouldn't judge by looks, but I just didn't figure you to be so keen on proper weapon maintenance. 'Cause yours are strong as hell. And making them shine makes me shine.
I grow strong.
Peaceful drifting from a distance. Sailing clear on through the
out of my sight.
I can barely reach you as it is within that murk, and you seem even farther away now. The very outskirts of your father's realm, is it? That's not the customary path into the underworld.
By her grace. Queen Hera. Olympus, I accept this message. Now.
lift your anchor and away.
That night.
Past the edge of the world lie the treasures of discovery.
This is the boon I need. Oh. You know, I thought the sirens were supposed to be the singing ones. But it's always you flapping your gills at me, Skilla.
Don't listen to her, gals. Your backup vocals are the backbone of this act. I've got the voice, you've got the music, we've got the magic. Let's give her a little taste, huh? Showtime, gals! Straight up onto our shore. Maybe you're all that's left.
forward. In you go. Mission complete. I'm ready. Return to Shadow now.
I have observed the outcome of this trial with keen interest.
Hey, if you don't have to fly off just yet, how about a visit to the fishing pier with me? It's nice and quiet over there.
Sure, that sounds great. Though I should note, I've never learned to fish, so fair warning, I will not be any good. Where I was from, fish were a major source of sustenance. It's strange, I never really thought that they were living creatures, same as me. Well, not same as me, but you get the idea. I was a kid. What did I know?
Everything you mortals eat is living, or once was. I'm glad I have no need of sustenance. I've always found it quite distasteful, the idea of having to consume lives just to prolong one's own.
We mortals are all about having to do distasteful things. Well, that's one of the main differences between us and you, along with us being so easy to kill off. What choice do we have but to try and survive?
No choice at all, perhaps. Much in nature struggles to survive, from the flower yearning for a bit of light, to you, trying to figure out how to ask me to teach you to fish.
Well, I understand it's necessary to be silent. So why don't you provide a demonstration and I'll carefully observe. A bit like scanning for targets from the sky. Too murky to see. Nice.
This is a soul belly.
You know, I really did enjoy that. Even just the quiet waiting part. Thanks for bringing me along.
You're welcome. This potential.
Traveling this way again, are you, my dear? Doubtless to put the nonsensical theories of your Titan grandfather to the test. If you detect even a whiff of lies, do tell. Even if we're to be merciful, we still mustn't be fools.
Keep sweetening this atmosphere, and it may start to undermine my craft. I cannot stand over my cauldron thinking all these pleasant thoughts. Imagine the result.
I certainly can. You're one of the greatest practitioners of our craft I've ever known. The depth of your ability is beyond compare, and surely its breadth is boundless too.
How the dead are drawn to you, sorceress. I've seen it plain. Even the skull of Revolve must worship the ground beneath your feet. I dreamt of her quite recently, in fact.
Of all the nocturnal arms, Revolve's connection to the dead perhaps is the strongest. What happened in the dream?
It sent a shiver down my spine. I was in the underworld, yet not the one we know. It was so very cold. And there sat a fierce queen, not your mother, mind you. And she intoned, "I see you gather countless dead in cold and dark domains."
I see you gather countless dead in cold and dark domains. She must have given you a waking phrase. Did she believe you still to be the bearer of the Argent Skull?
I doubt that, because it's you we saw bearing the skull, not I. My time with her for now has passed. Yours, it seems, may be only beginning.
I see you gather countless dead in cold and dark domains.
Well, it seems you've earned the good graces of my sister Hera. And you didn't even have to commit yourself to a mate or bear any children, I suppose. She must be growing soft.
Your mom would travel back and forth between Olympus and your father's house, and I had the pleasure of accompanying her. One day, she didn't show up. I knew right then and there something was off.
I draw you down, O Moon. Lend me your light.
You may enact the Testament of Night this eve, as difficult as it may be to overcome the growing fear that spreads with each and every uttered vow. I shall be your witness.
You got past Polyphemus before, you can do it again, can't you, my niece? Once you make it past the docks, it's a straight shot down the channel to Olympus. Treacherous waters, yes, but I can help you navigate, I'm sure.
Traitorous Titan Prometheus leads the vanguard of our enemy's forces on Olympus. Apparently he didn't learn a thing from when we punished him for his past crimes. We shall have to think of new ways to make him come around.
Company. Nobody's not with you this time, is he? Could have run away, that guy. Knew I'd seen the last of him. Found out I smelled the last of him. And maybe now I heard the last of him, too.
I don't think Odysseus plans to make a habit of visiting, no. Which means you won't ever get to hear what happened when he first escaped from you. It's quite a tale.
Think I can live with that? Nobody's a dirty sneak. Who's gonna want a story about a guy like him?
It's been too long since last we slaughtered everything that moved about this place. Stand clear.
For you, father!
Satisfied, O Queen.
You said I wasn't what you thought. Neither are you what I expected, sir. I'd heard tales of your exploits and truly never seen so fierce a fighter. But I know there's more to you. Here then, for one of your divinity, a divine gift.
Ambrosia, you would take me for another god. I am half man. Such stuff is not for me, and you sully its purpose merely in the offering. What do you want from me?
I want you to accept that there are gods and goddesses who hold you in esteem. If falling short of perfection means falling short of godhood, then none of us are divine.
Now you're onto something, sister. Well, if and when the rest of the family gets around to accepting your terms, let's all share this bottle. I'll just hang on to it for now.
Until then.
I was never here.
Well chosen, girl.
My beloved Hera and I may occasionally disagree, but you stay out of it. You have weathered this storm, but do take heed not to get caught in it next time.
Again those knucklebones. Then very well. I am an enchantress of my word, Poppet. You may invoke our old friend, the tactician Shade. I would hear what he has to say.
Very well, madam. Heed now my voice, Odysseus. One whom you sought is here.
Hello again. Lady Circe, I shall not take more than a moment of your time. I see you still are taking care of pigs.
I found they're quite obedient. But I take it you're not here for them, Odysseus? The purpose of your visit is?
Is there a place where we might briefly talk? The goddess by my side probably can't project me here for long.
Whatever you wish to say, do say it here and now. I distinctly recall we had together decided that no further discussion between us was wise, having reached an impasse akin to obstacles you met at sea.
A recollection I share, but look, I've never reached an impasse that I couldn't cross, and you yourself have mastered change. Rather than leave our past to rot, I thought perhaps we could return it to the earth, as you might say.
That is a precarious position, for neither of us shall apologize, and neither shall forget. We've been over this subject at length. I've studied it more than enough.
And I'm done studying it too, my lady. It was a very different time for both of us, and now we're close to those whom we both care about. I'd like to move on for their sake, if not our own.
We have moved on, or so I thought at least. I harbor no ill will toward you, sailor. I said it when we met, and I'm saying it again. We had our moment, but it has no power anymore.
Then let's agree on that. Now you be well, my lady. All I truly wanted to say was my existence and memories are richer having met. I know myself better, and I'm grateful you are aiding us. That's all. Goodbye.
And there he goes, getting the last word in, as always was his wont. Go on, Poppet. I've done far too much talking for one night.
Hey, hey. Fear in the air, you said, last time it was like this. Maybe you really are doing some of Nyx's dirty work. In which case, you're way dumber than I thought.
You were invited and expected to be part of the unseen. But you turned your back not only on us, but your mother, and the underworld itself. A price is to be paid for that.
And you've come to collect. Too bad I've got nothing to give. Unless you take payment in these little metal things that the rail chews up and spits out.
Now be quiet. I think that's her again. Be on your best behavior, yeah? Look who's here!
Lord Dionysus, just how long have you been feasting anyhow? Here in this spot, I mean. Night after night, you're going at it like there's no tomorrow.
Mel, baby, just call me Dionysus if you please. The Lord thing doesn't suit me, yeah? As for how long we've carried on like this, I've no idea. A while, probably. Might be a new record. Sure you don't want to join?
I already have plans this evening. Sorry. Lady Athena, by your leave. We have a mutual acquaintance I would ask about, because... well, do you recall the Weaver Arachne?
I seldom forget anything, cousin. Especially not insolent mortals who see themselves as equals to the gods, though she is not exactly mortal anymore. What of her?
Well, she lives down in Erebus now, near where I reside, and she's so wretched about her appearance, which I understand is from a curse you wrought. Doubtless entirely deserved, but have mercy on her, Lady Athena. Please.
So many mortals grovel to me all the time, but goddesses, and on behalf of mortals far too prideful to grovel for themselves, cousin, do not waste my time with this.
But...
my premonition.
what became of Dora's husband, your brother by her recollection? He abandoned her after what happened?
It's more correct to say that your companion Dora finally saw my scatter-minded brother for who he was. Their marriage lasted for about as long as many do.
All while you stood idly by and did nothing, but now feel bad and thus decided to shoulder this righteous cause? Perhaps to feel a bit of absolution that you never got from her.
Your words are harsh, but for the most part accurate. Dora remembers now what your own family did to her. If she can forgive you all for that, then she's a stronger soul than I. On the contrary, you needed to prevail. Was there nothing I could have done?
Lord Hermes, I have a little gift for you while we're both here, if you don't mind. May this ambrosia ensure you're always as light on your feet as can be.
Really appreciate this, Em, but can't accept. Wouldn't do if I showed up with a bunch of ambrosia right now, no matter how much I or anyone might want to sip. Though cheers.
Got it.
Knew I could count on you here, Em, not just with Typhon, but my special shrines. You've donated a lot of coin to a good cause, so cheers.
What cause would that be, now that you mention it? Lord Charon's been working to destroy all the coins he can get his hands on. You're not racing to do the same, are you?
Call it a bit of healthy competition between professional associates. He had a head start and has got the upper hand for now, but thanks to you, I have been catching up.
You can do it, but so can he.
I have arrived. You must have sensed it was my blessing you received, young lady. That energy, that electricity. Why, I'm afraid there's just no hiding it. That monster shall not climb another stone. Now get him, niece, exactly as before.
Beyond lies the palace of Zeus, stronghold of the gods in all its awesome glory. But it is undergoing renovations at this time, so imagining those luxurious yet stately halls shall have to do for now.
Return to Shadow now.
Mel, wake up.
Have you ever even spoken with Commander Skelemius, Dora? Or Odysseus? We have these great masters on our side who know so much of history. So much they can teach us.
History? That what they call it nowadays? Well, I don't have big plans to go to war with the rest of you anytime soon, though if I change my mind, I'll probably check in with those guys.
They're good people.
Later.
A matter of time. I'll just clean this up.
Yeah? And just what do you think you're gonna do about it there, Nemi? Can't just have it out with me in the middle of your little crossroads.
Can't do anything about it here, but might run into you out there, snooping around. And then you won't get any special treatment. Just another target.
Nemesis, how could you be so cruel? You're my sister! We don't have to fight. And besides, what makes you think you'd ever catch me? You're too slow.
We'll see.
You'll see.
Welcome, Lord Charon.
Nevertheless, I feel as though I ought have been there, brother. Perhaps I could have protected them, as was my charge. To think the fates themselves may have denied me the attempt. It's discomforting that I may never know. You have every reason to be angry. I'm angry too. Nonetheless, I'm grateful that our paths have intertwined again. Be safe, Charon.
Olympus yet stands.
I found Circe the Enchantress on my route toward Olympus. Or likely, she found me. She hasn't changed a bit from what I recall. You have her keeping watch over the seas?
That I do. Selene takes to water like a cat, while Circe hails from the sea. Thus has it been a good arrangement for a while. I trust Circe's work retains its potency.
She's been great.
Well done. I'm grateful that you let me pay a visit to some of my former associates, Goddess. It changed nothing, really, but I felt as though I put several matters to rest. As for what happens now, I may be gone a little while.
Things are settled here enough. Take all the time you need, and you'll be welcome whenever you return. Can you say where you're going?
To find my mortal family. My wife and son. I've done it before. May it not take quite as long on this occasion, though.
It won't. You must have charted every passageway through the underworld by now. But what will you do then?
I'll figure that out on the way. In the meantime, I've deputized some of our shades to keep an eye on things and privately said my goodbyes to our good witch. Be well in my absence.
Safe journeys, Odysseus. I'll take it. Revol, I see you gather countless dead in cold and dark domains. The hidden aspect of hell. Grant me the aspect of hell.
What the hell did you say?